Hello.
Hello.
First, could you briefly introduce yourself to the committee?
So my name is David Pavra. I'm from Prague. I was born in Prague, and I'm studying in Hrodově Sady. It's a kind of gymnasium. It's an economic style gymnasium, and my hobbies are computers. I like table tennis and some books from realism, like fantasy books, and just like this.
Thank you. And now let's go to part one. I'm going to ask you some questions about the topic sports. If possible, give detailed answers. If you don't understand the question, please ask me to repeat it. Are you ready?
Yes, I'm.
Is anybody in your family interested in sports?
Not really, no. Maybe my mom liked to play squash, but it's like it's not like playing squash regularly. It's like once a week sometimes, but she's not good at it, and so on.
Okay. Which sport do you enjoy watching on TV?
I really like tennis and table tennis. It's my favorite sport. So.
Why?
Because they are very interesting to watch. I don't like football because it's boring. So one side, the other side, and so on. But the tennis and table tennis is really technique to play it, and there are smashes and so on. So it's very interesting.
What did you like or dislike the most about your PE lessons at school?
I dislike PE lessons at all. So, but I like maybe playing floorball, but I don't like these sports like football, as I said. So gymnastics. I don't like gymnastics. I'm not really interested in sports at all.
Is there a sport you would like to try one day?
I would like to try some martial arts like judo or taekwondo, something like that. But I don't really have a good body, let's say it, to do this sport. So, and I'm really lazy. So.
Okay, thank you. Now let's go to part two. Look at pictures 2A and 2B in a separate handout. Which picture would you like to talk about?
The first one.
Describe it, please. Are you ready?
Yes, I'm. So in the first picture, there's some girl, and she's probably in her room. The room is quite dark, and I think that the only light here is from the screen of the laptop. She's lying in front of laptop, and probably she's on the internet. And the whole room is really dark and messy. It's really messy there. And she seems, I think that she is addicted to some internet site. It seems to me like this.
Okay. What about the furniture or equipment? You said laptop. Is there any other?
She has a bed, of course, night table, and some stereo. Maybe some. They are really messy there, so maybe something else, but I can't see it.
If you lived in the room, what would you change about it?
I clean it up.
Okay.
And put the laptop on the table or something. But I don't like laptops, so maybe some personal computer, normal computers.
Thank you. Now let's go to task 2. Have a look at both pictures once more, and now I would like you to compare them.
So, as I said, in the first picture it's really messy there, but in the second picture it's very clean. It is very clean there, and it's there are more lights, and it seems really more happy than the first picture. There are really nice paintings, like colors, and it's very colorful.
What can the hobbies of the people in the pictures be?
Hobbies. I think that in the first picture that girl is maybe interested in sports. She has a very good body. And in the second picture It's a boy, probably he's a boy, but I'm not very sure. He really likes reading books and magazines and so on. But yeah.
Thank you. Now let's go to task 3. Now tell me about your ideal house or flat.
I'd like to have some family house in the countryside or somewhere or on the outskirts, but it has some advantages and disadvantages to have a family house. If you're in the country, it's really difficult there to buy some stuff like computers, electronics, and so on. So you must go to Prague or to some city, the main city, and buy it. But I really get used to be in flat. So I'm satisfied with a flat in Prague. But I'd like to have a dog and so on. So maybe both of them. I'd like to have a family house and a flat in Prague. So.
Okay. Right. If you bought a flat, how big should it be?
I don't know, 3+1.
Okay. Why?
Because I like to have some animal, maybe a small dog or something like that. And it's in a small apartment or in a small flat. It's really bad for the dog to be there. So.
Okay, thank you. Now let's go to part 3. In this part of the exam, you are going to talk on your own about your favorite book or play. Are you ready?
Yes, I'd like to talk about my favorite book from Eric Maria Remarque. It's All Quiet on the Western Front. And I chose this book because it's really realistic and it's from the First World War. And so it is. It's really realistic, and I like it. So the genre is it's from realism. It's a Roman, and it's about 5 or 6 men who were students, and the teacher told them the stories about the war, and they were very enthusiastic about it and wanted to go to the war. And when they go there, or when they were there, they realized that it's not like the teacher said. It's really different. It's like blood over there, and it's really cruel, and it wasn't the same like the teacher said, and they were really sad and want to go home, and it's really psychological to read it and understand their feelings and so on. It's really naturalistic. So.
Okay. So who do you think could read this book? Who would you recommend it to?
I think it's good for everyone because it's, as I said, it's realistic. You should read this book because you don't know how the war was like, so it's really good to know how it was.
And what is your opinion on the plot and on the plot, how it went?
What do you mean, like the plot, like the war?
Like the story, yeah. If you understand the main characters, if you share their feelings.
Yeah, it's very understandable. It's okay to read it. It's not difficult to read it, but it's very cruel there. There are dying animals, dying people, and I was really surprised how quick can main characters die in this book, because there were only 6 and they died really quickly. So.
Okay, thank you. Now I want you to talk on your own about the extract in your worksheet.
Yeah. So it's Romeo and Juliet from Shakespeare. Shakespeare was one of the most famous writer of UK. She also wrote some some books like Henry IV and Macbeth and The Tempest, for example.
Mm-hmm.
And Romeo and Juliet is one of the most famous books from him.
Okay.
So main characters of Romeo and Juliet are obviously Romeo and Juliet.
Okay.
And they are from families, let's say the families, Montagues and Capulets.
Okay.
Their Montagues and Capulets are in the war, or they hate each other. So, and Romeo fell in love with Juliet, and they'd like to marry, get married, but it's impossible because of the families.
Mm-hmm.
And in the end of the book, it's that Romeo committed a suicide, and Juliet committed it too.
Yes.
Because of the Romeo.
Why do you think it is so famous?
I don't know. It's very tragic. It's a very tragic story, and people like tragic stories and romance and so on there.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe it's the main reason, but I don't understand it. I don't like Romeo and Juliet.
Why not?
Because it's so romantic and it's boring for me. There are no action.
But then they die. There's no action.
Eventually they die, but it's the whole book is about nothing, I think.
Okay, so it's in the last 5 minutes.
Last 5 minutes are best one.
Okay, thank you. And now let's go to the last part of your exam. And now we are going to talk together. Imagine this situation. You'd like to go to the seaside this summer, and I'm a travel agent, and you have come to our travel agency to get some advice on a place to go. I will start the conversation.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Good morning. How can I help you?
Good morning. I'd like to go on some vacation, maybe to the seaside. Can you help me with that?
Yes, of course. We have a lot of offers here, but it depends on what you would like. It depends on the type of accommodation, the price, and so.
I'd like to go to the south, for example, but I don't like Greece and so on. So usual.
Like you mean south of Europe?
South of Europe, or south of Europe, maybe in Africa. I can also go to Africa. Why not?
Yeah, but that makes a difference.
Yeah, it's very different. But how about price to Africa or Europe? It's really different, or it's the same?
Well, it depends on the way how you would travel there, because to Africa...
I'd like to go by plane.
By plane. Well, so then it's, for example, you can get to Greece for about 10,000, but to Africa it's about 50,000.
I don't want to go to Greece. Can you offer me some different country of Europe?
Well, Portugal, Spain, Italy, Croatia is very popular, or Bulgaria maybe.
Maybe I'd like to go to the Spain. Spain. Can you offer me some hotels here or something like that?
Yes. Again, it depends on
some
the price.
High quality hotels.
Yes, for example, this Mirabel hotel on the seaside on the south of Spain. This one is great and very popular with Czech tourists.
How much is that hotel?
It's for everything, also for the flight, and so it's 20,000.
And it's all inclusive?
Yeah, it is.
Do you have some discounts for kids or something like that?
Well, how many people would go with you?
3 people.
3 people. Any children?
1 children, 5 years old.
Okay, so then it's half price.
There's half price. Only for children, I suppose.
Yes. Well, if you have students, if you still are students.
No, we're not.
So then for the whole family, 2 adults and 1 child, it would be 50,000 altogether.
50,000 Czech crowns?
Yes.
It's really expensive for us. Do you have something less expensive?
Yes, then this is all. This hotel is also good. So you could have a look at that. Maybe it would be good for you. I will give you a catalogue and you can read that at home.
Yeah, it will be the best.
Good. So here you are, and come when you decide.
Okay, thank you.
Goodbye.